What is freedom? You know, we talk a lot about freedom, war, tragedy on this podcast.
Too much tragedy.
Sometimes we get caught up in the big
rat race.
In the big city life of the NHL. You know, we got Bettman lording over us. We got the Bruins
brewing up some kind of cowardice.
Willy-nilly. Got storm surges and Panthers on the loose. Teams trading to other teams.
We've got confessed predators lurking in the shadows.
We
got everything that you could shake a stick at and more.
And the vultures circling above.
The vultures circling, and just sometimes, Daniel, I don't know about you, Daniel.
Yep. Say it.
Sometimes.
Preach.
I think about freedom.
I think about freedom a lot. Sometimes I think about freedom. Sometimes I dream about freedom. And Steven, I don't know if you've heard, but there's a place in the NHL that's been cast aside.
Cast aside.
It's been cast aside. No one wants it to exist. No one wants it to be, but
forgotten,
destroyed, defenestrated. Some would say, kicked aside and forgotten, like Cody Hodgson's career.
Kicked aside and forgotten, like the Atlanta Thrashers.
And well, we just might saddle up and trot on over to the place where freedom still lives. A place that defies a bum rush of the NHL and the war-torn fantasy of Bettman's innermost demonic thoughts. A place in the center of the heart of love and freedom. Columbus.
I, for one, thank God for Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio, where the buffalo still roam and cowboys can be cowboys. It's a simple life. Cannons.
Bees.
Not a lot of playoffs.
Not a lot of
playoff history.
They like long summer breaks.
Long summer breaks there in Columbus, with grass in your hand and the sky at your feet and a golf club on your knees.
On your knees, being bent in frustration. And
And hey, they're doing okay.
Yeah, they're doing okay. The fact is, what we're trying to get
at. They're in the playoff race right now.
They're in the playoff race, and they should not be in that playoff race.
We want underdogs.
For too long, we've railed against the NHL, railed against everything that's going against us. But there's one place that has railed the longest. They do not need fans. They do not need playoff success.
That's right.
They don't need big, fancy marketing campaigns or stars that'll stick around.
That's right.
They got no retired numbers. Well, that's not quite true. They do have 99's retired in Columbus,
Wayne
but
Gretzky doesn't count.
Wayne Gretzky doesn't quite count. Only played 14 games for the Blue
count.
Jackets back in 1971.
That's right.
But it's a place impervious from the misdeeds of the NHL, and that's the place that we want to find ourselves. A little peace and quiet and a little freedom.
We're moving to Columbus. We're moving to Columbus. We're becoming Blue Jackets fans. We're officially Blue Jackets fans.
We're sporting the Blue Jackets.
We're sporting the Blue Jackets.
Sporting them. We got them fitted.
We got them fitted,
measured
with the buttons.
I did my inseam.
That's right, and my buttons are fully open, and the sweet
fully open.
Ohio summer winds are blowing against my nips.
Through that sweet Ohio summer chest hair.
Let it ride.
So famous for.
Let freedom reign in Columbus. Let freedom reign.
Let freedom reign.
And now that we're Columbus Blue Jackets fans, official Blue Jackets fans.
If you're not a Blue Jackets fan, if you're a Blue Jackets hater, I don't know if there are any.
I hope not.
They're not really hateable.
And it doesn't matter to us. That's the thing.
That's the Columbus, Ohio mindset.
That's the Columbus way. It don't matter to us. It don't matter if we have players or fans. It doesn't matter. We're still going to just keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking. They kept on trucking.
We're just going to keep
on. When you drive into Columbus, Ohio, the first sign that you see says, "We don't matter to you, and you don't matter to us." It don't matter.
We just going to keep on getting it on. It don't matter to us. It just
don't matter like a damn old gator.
It don't matter like a damn old gator. The gator don't get you in the skeeter wheel. It don't matter to us. We're Blue Jackets fans.
Blue Jackets.
Some of you might be wondering about these accents that we're sporting.
I don't see why that would be an issue, but
well,
if they are wondering,
if you are wondering, and if you are, it's just a wonder in the wind. Doesn't matter to us, Columbus fans. The wind. It's a wonder in the wind.
Whisper in the weeds.
It don't matter to us. It's a wonder in the wind. It's a whisper in the weeds.
We're not going to sit here and lie to you and say we've been to Ohio.
We've never been.
We've never been.
We're just assuming. You know what? We're Canadian.
We're Canadian.
We're fessing up.
Fess up.
And everywhere below Canada,
Confession time.
is the South.
Yeah.
So we're just assuming
everywhere below the 49th parallel. I'm talking about you, Toronto, and anywhere south.
Yes, Toronto is the South.
Toronto's the South. Seattle's the South.
Seattle, South.
Goddamn Minnesotans, them
Minnesota,
Southerners.
You're the South. Guess what? You're the South. Columbus is the South.
They're all the South. But we'd envy the Columbus Blue Jackets so much that at this point we're going to go about being Columbus State of Mind the rest of this episode. All right for you guys, huh?
Columbus State of Mind. Hoorah.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. Columbus State of Mind. Blue, blue. Blue forever.
We bleed blue.
Blue. We bleed blue.
We bleed blue.
Bold and blue. The bold and the beautiful.
I hope you're ready for a wild ride through the soggy marshes of Columbus, Ohio.
Swam talking about. Say it with me now. Swam talking about. Swam.
Swam. Talking about.
Talking about. Swam talking about.
Swam talking about. Sounds
Swam
like
talking
a
about.
Columbus Blue Jackets draft pick.
And you know Bobrovsky? No hard feelings.
No hard feelings about Bobrovsky.
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 That's the thing. We got a saying down here in the South. I don't know if you heard of it. Don't cry over spilt milk. It's a regional thing. You might not have heard it. It's
a very specific saying from our region that you may not have heard.
Goes back to the day of the great milk spill, where Ohio's only milk truck was knocked over and rolled through a cow patch, ironically.
It was knocked over right in front of Easton Town Center, I believe.
Easton Town Center.
Right.
Ironically, in the western of town.
In the western.
It's the western part of town.
Western part of town. Anyway, we're Columbus fans now. We are the Jackets. We're putting them on. Get ready. It's a Columbus Blue Jackets themed episode. Get your bootstraps on.
Well, Daniel, I'd say it's time. We don't rush here in southern county, Ohio, but I feel like it's time without any rush to get right into that.
I haven't looked at a watch since President Garfield was assassinated. For now.
Regardless of whether it's time or it's not, I'll tell you what is happening.
What's happening?
The HockeySport Podcast theme music.
Let's do this thing. Come on.
All right, Daniel. I'm afraid these accents might not come off unless we work them off. So repeat after me. We're going to do some vocal exercises, right? Really
okay,
work these off,
because
okay?
it seemed like we got here and we thought everybody was speaking this way, and we were dead wrong.
Yeah, it turns out it's quite a northern town.
Columbus, quite a northern town.
Quite northern. So we're going to try and work off these accents real quick. So just bear with us.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to repeat after me. We're going to, go ahead and try to reorient our Canadian accents. Austin Matthews.
Austin Matthews. Austin. Hang on. Austin Matthews.
Matthews.
Austin.
Austin Matthews.
Austin Matthews. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Austin Matthews. Give me one more.
Dave. Oh, A's are hard. David Pasternak.
David Pasternak. We're good at
David
Pasternak. Ed Jovanovski.
But don't worry. Just because we don't talk like Columbus people anymore. I guess never did.
I mean, we never did.
We never correctly did.
We were. I wouldn't say we were wrong.
We weren't wrong. We weren't wrong.
The heart of it was there.
If you know anything about us, you know that we wouldn't say we were wrong.
No, the heart of our Columbus spirit was there. It was just, I don't know. We thought it was a good idea at the time.
We captured the essence.
We might have been drunk.
Might have been drunk.
We are drinking now.
I think they really captured the essence of Ohio's accent, even if it wasn't the accent itself. It was irrefutable.
Yeah, it's irrefutable. It's unforgettable.
Unforgivable.
It's unforgivable.
It's unforgivable.
It's unforgivable too.
That's what you are.
That's what you are. Irrefutable, unforgettable, unforgivable.
That's our slogan.
That's our slogan for the episode. That and go Blue Jackets.
Go Blue Jackets, go.
Because everyone else has forgotten what it means to be a hockey team.
The Blue Jackets haven't forgotten.
They haven't forgotten.
They're a
true hockey team.
Other teams have ups and downs and lulls and good times and moments where greatness is within reach.
Yep.
Not the Blue Jackets.
No.
They've had none of those things.
It's not about...
They've just been a steady bad.
Steady bad.
That's worked for them. That's how it should be.
It's not about winning with the Blue Jackets. It's not about winning.
Yeah. It's about the journey.
It's about the journey. Exactly.
And,
It's
and I want
as
to go on that
good.
journey with them.
It's as good to lose as it is to win. Controversial statement, I know. But come over to the side of the Blue Jackets and you'll see the light. That it's just as fun to lose as it is to win. Just as satisfying, just as good, even better. It's better to lose.
That was proven when Panarin and Bobrovsky left.
It felt good.
They lost. They're kind of like masochists. That's too strong a word.
Right.
I'm gonna stick with it though.
I would stick with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Never surrender.
Never surrender.
Once we say something, it's 100% stamped in. That's what we believe, no matter what.
For example, Philadelphia, worst
team in history.
In history.
Philadelphia, worst team in history.
Worst team in history.
Hands down.
This year.
Flat. And
Hands
I'll argue
down.
anybody to the teeth.
Detroit's got nothing on Philly,
Detroit sucks. Also.
but not like Philly.
But not like Philly.
Not like Philly.
Oh, no. Philly's worst team in history.
Detroit's just a team that's not having their best year.
Great cream cheese, though.
Great cream cheese. Best cream, worst team.
Best cream, worst team.
Philadelphia.
They should really change their name to the Philadelphia Cream Cheese Flyers.
Philadelphia cream cheese Flyers. Why is Flyers still in it?
Well, you don't want to take everything away.
Right, there's some legacy there.
Yeah, there's a little bit there.
But what? I mean, they're the worst team in history. Shouldn't they just do away with the legacy?
Yeah, that's a good point. Philadelphia Cream Cheeses. Cream Cheesers?
Cream cheesers.
The Philadelphia
I like
cream
cheese
cheesers.
as a verb.
Yeah, me too. And it's cream cheese, so we're not going to have like a piece of cheese as their mascot. It's gonna
be a tub.
Yeah, it's a tub.
One of those 300 milliliter cream cheeses.
Yeah.
For the cream cheesers.
Yeah, and you can throw that on the ice for the playoffs. Throw cream cheese on the ice.
That actually leads us to our new segment.
Sure.
Which is teams' corporate sponsorship names.
Yep.
Which is inevitable. First, logos on jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Second, logos on as players' faces, like tattooed on faces.
Tattooed on faces or deep faked over faces. So you just
Deep
see
faked
that.
over faces, depending on technology.
You just see
permitting.
logos skating around the ice when you're watching it on TV.
Yeah, that's what they're doing that player tracking for. First, they put the names above them, and then it's like Pepsi presents McDavid scores.
100%.
From Kleenex Tissues presents Draisaitl.
And as McDavid's skating through the zone, it just looks like an anthropomorphic Pepsi can. Like they just put a Pepsi can over McDavid. So.
Having the Oilers sponsored by Kleenex would be appropriate.
I mean, the Oilers symbol
much
kind of looks
Kleenex?
like Pepsi. Kind of looks like you
looks
can
like Pepsi.
definitely put a Pepsi
okay,
logo.
Oilers Pepsi.
Oilers,
so the Edmonton Pepsis.
Edmonton Pepsi Colas, the Philadelphia Cream Cheesers,
San Jose Shark Fin Soup.
obviously, the Detroit failing American automotive industry.
Yeah, just
a
all of
sad
them would
card.
kind of get together.
Yeah, just all
and
that.
they'd all sponsor
That's
together.
That's kind
GM
of yeah.
and Ford and
It's
Pontiac.
It's kind
they'd
of
all
already their
sponsor.
symbol anyway. Is a
It's
wheel.
It's a wheel on
Yeah.
fire rolling through an empty street in Detroit.
Exactly.
That's what their logo is.
That's what their logo is now already. So there you go.
There you go. They wouldn't get any sponsorship money for it because they don't have money. Like how the Canucks, this team from Vancouver that we don't like,
Yeah.
used to play in a thing called GM Place, and then in 2008 it changed because they didn't have any money.
That changed bad. I think Florida Panthers would be sponsored by just like a retirement home, like some sort of resort.
Yeah,
like a resort.
like Del Boca Vista.
Del Boca Vista.
The Florida
Del Boca Vistas.
The Florida Del Boca Vistas. Yeah.
Del Boca Vista.
The Pittsburgh Pengus, which is obviously sponsored by Pengu. We've already been over that.
We've already been over this. Codename Pengu. Go. Pengu. Ignition. Go. Tampa Bay Teslas.
St. Louis Blues Clues.
The Toronto
Maple Leaf Prime.
Maple Leaf Prime. There you go.
The Toronto Maple Leaf Prime.
Yeah.
Chicken for $2.99 per gram.
Chicken, $2.99, bacon, all that shit. They have bacon? Maple Leaf Prime have bacon?
The Arizona Coyotes and Coffees by Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yum. Well, that's a segment.
That's a segment. Pre-Zamboni segment. That's a nice little add-on. It's like a deleted scene at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. It's a cold open where, those cold opens where you meet some characters and then they die and then it's like the title card comes and you're like, oh, I didn't need to know any of those characters.
Yeah.
That is that segment we just did.
Right. Yeah.
And if you're wondering, again, we really did two of them because we had a full segment
double cold
where we
open.
were, yeah.
I would say it was a hot open, then a cold open. And why is it called a cold open? Why not a hot open? Let's make all of our opens hot from now
Okay,
on.
from now on, all hot opens. I'd say our southern accent section about Ohio was definitely a hot open.
It was pretty hot.
It was pretty hot.
That was hot stuff. You guys listening?
You guys listening?
You guys listening to this?
Once in a while, this episode,
anyone listening?
We're going to check. Y'all listening?
Is anybody listening? And
Not are you playing the episode? Because we know you're playing it.
Yeah, but are you listening?
But are you listening?
And if you are listening, just send us an email.
Let out a groan.
Do something.
Just make a noise. Clap.
Clap once. Tap your foot.
Clap.
Send out energy.
Yeah, give
into
us
the universe.
Give us some energy. I want to feel it. I want to hear a clap, a groan. Send us an email.
Crack a beer. Light a doob.
Light a Kyle Dubas.
Dude. Smoke a Kyle Dubas. Light a Bob. Smoke a Kyle Dubas and crack a Bob Brewski.
I thought you were going to say a Bong Brofsky. All right. We are not talking in accents anymore. We're not talking about...
We're not talking in riddles.
We're not talking in riddles.
We're not talking
in
numbers.
In double think.
No double think. No number math equations. It's
And
all
we're
going
to avoid...
And English. Only English.
Mostly English.
Mostly only English.
And another thing we're not doing is our first Zamboni of the night. No Vancouver Canucks.
Oh, baby. You've been waiting for it. I know we talk a lot of Canucks on the cast. I want you back in ninth place.
I want ninth place.
Belong.
Where you belong. Belong? Is that what you're going for?
It's what I meant to say. But I'm 2 beers in, and sometimes words come out differently than I think
and
they're
frankly,
gonna sound.
when we're talking with the Canucks, we get a little bit riled up. I
get
don't want
riled
a
up.
first place Canuck.
Me neither.
None.
No.
I don't want any.
No. I never want to be first place again. Longest first place drought in history is what I'm going for.
Yeah, that's a record we want. We already have the record for longest no cup currently.
Do we really?
Well, with Buffalo.
Let's raise that banner. Can we put
Can we
that
put
banner?
Let's
Come
get that
on,
banner.
Let's
Let's not talk about it. That's too Canucks. But we're going to put up a banner eventually. Longest no cups.
Okay, we'll save that for another episode. We'll have a whole segment about how we should have a banner up that says longest no cup.
It's a great segment.
It's a great segment.
I'm thrilled that we're going to do it.
I can't wait for that segment.
Wait for that
I know
segment.
you, as the listeners, can't wait for that segment.
That is so
Are
good.
you listening? Are you listening?
Are you
right
listening?
Now? Is anyone
Snap
listening?
twice if you're listening.
Snap twice.
Light a bong.
Spark it up, but don't take too big of a hit, because I don't know if you remember last time you did a bong, but I bet it was a while ago. And if you do it again, straight to the dome.
It's just good.
It'll knock
advice.
you out. It'll knock you out.
BTs to the dome. You think you know how to do them, but you're a little bit older now.
You're a little bit older now. You
haven't
haven't done one in a while,
and
and wow, you're gonna want to go to bed.
Wow, you're gonna
say, well, I need to go home right now.
Yeah, it's the only time in adult life that a person goes just genuinely cross-eyed. You know, just. Oh, they thought they could do it? Cross-eyed.
I did a bong hit over New Year's. I couldn't talk for 30 minutes.
What were you thinking about?
Nothing.
That's amazing. I wish our audience could find that kind of peace.
Maybe they do when they listen to us speak about hockey.
I want to know that one person took a debilitating bong hit at our behest, and for the next 30 minutes, we'll start timing, even though Dan doesn't believe in time.
Nope.
We're going to start timing. 30 minutes from now, welcome back. We will welcome you back from your bong hit.
Yeah. You know what? Before you said I don't believe in time, it's not that I didn't believe in time. I just didn't care about time. But now, you're right. I don't believe in time.
Because of the bong hit.
Because of the bong hit. I no longer believe in time because I saw all time.
In that half an hour of
nothing.
Nothing.
So
no Canucks.
No Canucks. No Canucks.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe because frankly,
we're not rooting for winners here.
Everything has gone south in 2020 for the Canucks.
Yeah,
they're good. Other teams are bad. It's all because of that bong hit.
And we've gone south. I think
this all might be a acid trip nightmare that you are having, and I, for one, want to get you out of it. So, no more Canucks. We are Ohio.
I mean, there is
Blue Jackets.
There is one way to sober me up.
I don't want to talk about that Vancouver Canuck coach. I'd rather talk.
It's very sobering.
About the current coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Mr. John Tortorella.
Oh, geez. That's my trigger word for me getting really drunk.
Just so everyone knows.
Talking about torts.
Dan thought he could get away from his drunk flashback trigger word, which is John Tortorella, which makes him immediately belligerent. Like, for the record...
I'm not talking to you, Brooksy, right now, okay?
Oh,
why don't you just stand somewhere else, Brooksy?
Oh, dear. He's having... Tortorella flashbacks. This is a very advanced case.
You ever been in a fight, Brooksy?
When he thinks he is John Tortorella.
You ever been in a fight?
We don't like to see it, but it's a
You thought it was
combination
funny,
of
huh?
bong toast.
You go ahead and write your sarcastic article, Brooksy. You go ahead and write
me
it. 'Cause
mentioning
I'm not
John
talking
Tortorella,
to you.
and he suddenly just thinks he's John. John?
Yeah. What?
Hey, John. What do you think about your team's play last week?
I thought it was garbage. They sucked.
Okay, I gotta get Dan back. Dan, I've been thinking about growing a mustache. I'm hoping to do a Willie Desjardins mustache.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good stash. He had a nice thick stash.
You look a little bit less intoxicated now. You don't remember?
Nope.
You don't remember? Dan,
Remember what?
I hate to tell you this. You just had an extensive John Tortorella out-of-body experience flashback.
What did you just say?
Dan, now that you're back, what else aren't we talking about this episode?
We are not going to be talking about the Great Eight, the
Great
Russian Rocket, the Alexander Ovechkin, one of a kind Alexander Ovechkin. We're not going to be talking about him. Everybody's talking about him, and we're not going to be talking about him. We already predicted that he was going to break Gretzky's record. He's getting 1,000 goals. Fuck it. We're not talking about it.
1,500 goals.
That's a safe bet.
Safe bet.
We're Zamboniing and safe betting at the same
He's
time.
timeless.
It's just happening. So we're not going to talk about Ovechkin. We don't need to. Everybody's talking about it, and no one needs to.
And it's a big bummer
it a
that now we can't
surprise?
even talk about Ovechkin without it talking about Gretzky. It's like he's scoring a lot of goals. Let's just talk about hockey. Why do we have to always talk about Gretzky and Ovechkin?
Is it a surprise that he's this good? Why is everyone talking about it? He's doing this. He's the same. It's the same.
My question is, isn't he just getting better?
Yeah.
He's just getting better. Every year gets better.
Yep. You got to admit.
Won cups recently.
It's getting better.
He's on pace for 60 goals. He's getting better. He's not decreasing.
You have to
He's
admit,
increasing.
He's getting better. He's getting better all the time.
So let's just stop predicting what he's going to get. He's going to get 1,500 goals. He's going to have a 130 goal season at the age of 41.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
He could play till he's 57.
All he needs to do is stand in one place and shoot that shot that no one's ever figured out how to stop. And again, this is already too much. We've talked about it too much.
With the advent of science and sport medicine, he could play till he's 90. He could be.
We don't know what's going to come around the corner.
He could be the.
We don't know what he's already taking for age.
He could be the Christopher Plummer of hockey players. He could keep going well into his 90s, getting nommed for Oscars, getting nommed for Rocket Richard trophies.
He won his first Oscar when he was like 82.
82.
Maybe Ovechkin wins his first Norris at 75. I don't know.
I'd be down. Maybe Ovechkin goes defenseman in his late 60s.
Yeah, he's a little slower, but he can still rock it from the point.
Yep.
Pops a nice 30-goal season. Breaks Bobby Orr's record.
Wouldn't you want 20-goal scoring 60-year-old Ovechkin rather than a 20-goal scoring 18-year-old?
Fucking who knows?
Who's it? What's it? Because I'd rather have old Ovechkin.
Yeah, prop him
Ovechkin.
up. I'd let him ride a scooter on the ice if he could still take those shots on the power play.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'd pick him in the pool.
100%. I'd pick
him in the pool.
I'd pick him in the pool and put a GoPro on his helmet.
And watch.
And just watch. Live stream.
Yeah.
We should get a live stream of Ovechkin's helmet.
It's a great That's a
great episode.
It's a great episode. Sorry guys, we didn't record an episode this week. We just have a live stream of Ovechkin's point of view. As he
brought to you by HockeySport.
Brought to you by HockeySport.
Let's try to get Ovechkin to do that.
Let's do that.
We'd put a little GoPro on his helmet for the whole game. Live stream the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. After he agreed to be part of our Ice Jam, we have a good relationship with him.
We do have a good relationship.
We've got a good working relationship. It's pretty good.
We're also working on another movie with Alexander Ovechkin, yet to be announced. It's called Ice Bud. You ever heard of Air Bud? Well, he never played hockey. Ice Bud.
It's time to get
this is just a teaser.
4 skates on that dog. Watch out, guys. Ice Bud. Coming soon.
There ain't no rules that say a dog can't play hockey.
Where in the rulebook does it say a dog can't play hockey?
Where in the... Oh, it does say... Wow, it does say that.
Specifically says that?
It specifically says
that's
that.
in the rulebook?
Wow. Specifically says that. Huh.
Oh, see, it's because there was a dog that played... It's a true story. It's going to be based on a true story.
How do you feel about this, Leroy?
Ooh, Leroy's pissed.
Leroy's pissed. Don't get Leroy mad.
Yeah, Leroy's always mad.
I know. He's going to get all Cassian v. T'Chuk on you. He's going to go... Cassian went full Leroy.
Full Leroy. That's what they call it.
That's what they call it
Mad
now.
Dog Cassian.
Yeah.
our Mad Dog producer Leroy
We should get Cassian in the Ice Bud movie.
playing the dog.
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
can be the voice of Ice Bud.
Are people actually going to believe that Cassian is as smart as a dog?
Our next Zamboni, it needs to be explained to me, Stephen.
Oh yeah, no, I put this in there, and you didn't know about this yet.
I don't know about this. People have been talking about Gritty. I only saw a brief headline via the internet,
via
the interwebs.
Via text from app.
Yeah,
I assume
app notifications.
Mm-hmm.
Gritty was accused of sexual assault.
Just why don't you explain it to me from what you guess?
I saw a headline that said Gritty was acquitted from sexual assault allegations.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand whether it was the character of Gritty, whether it was the person in the Gritty costume, or whether it was a joke.
Okay, I will answer one of those three questions.
Great. That's all I need. That's all I ask of you.
It wasn't a joke.
Okay.
Actual police investigated, I guess, actual Gritty. But I'm not going to go any further into this because I think you've said it better than any of the prognosticators have. All I know is Gritty's innocent.
Wow, this is huge.
This is huge. So whatever he did, he didn't do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in this era, I don't know what to believe.
It's
Especially when it's somebody. Can I say somebody? I feel like I have got to say something. What is
Something?
Gritty?
What is
What is
Gritty?
Gritty? What is Gritty?
I don't know.
Replace Gritty with a tub of cream cheese.
Yeah, I think Gritty's
We've
gone
said
far
it
enough.
before.
I think you have to replace Gritty with a tub of Philadelphia cream cheese.
It seems very simple and very clear. And everybody loves Philadelphia cream cheese. I put it on my bagels every morning.
Yeah, and it would really turn around what is currently the worst team in NHL history. The Philadelphia Flyers.
That's not true. I go to Siegel's Bagels and I get peppercorn cream cheese. I don't use Philadelphia cream cheese. That was a lie.
That was a lie. That was product-placed buffoonery.
Product-placed buffoonery and libelous trite.
What more did you expect from
What
us?
more did you expect from Nobel Peace Prize deserving journal sportists?
The HockeySport Podcast.
HockeySport Podcast.
Broadcasting live from the beautiful Bullwinkle's bar in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear
I love
the sounds
Bullwinkles.
of Bullwinkle's behind us.
You know what I love about Bullwinkles is the people of Columbus. They're just a good people because they're not competitive. They don't care about losses and Corsi numbers.
Did you know, fun fact about Columbus, they have the most teeth per capita of any of the southern states.
Wow. That's so interesting. What an interesting fact. What an interesting dental fact.
Also, Columbus, named after great historian George Washington. No, wait. That can't be right.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, no. George Washington.
You know he's a pretty solid general manager all in all?
I thought you were going to say general in war.
Oh, well, Ulysses S. Grant.
Ulysses S. Grant,
But on
solid
top,
general.
Solid general in war.
Patton, also solid general.
Patton, solid general.
Best?
Rommel, Desert Fox. I would go with
Rommel.
Rommel.
Wow. Going straight to Nazis.
I mean, I'd go Monty.
A Monty?
Monty.
Monty?
That's my favorite general of all
Which
time.
one's Monty?
Monty's the British general who took down Rommel.
Ah.
That's my favorite.
If you were going to hire a World War II general as a current NHL general manager, which I guess is the conversation we're currently having,
I guess so.
you would go with a Monty.
I'd go with Monty for sure.
What about Lawrence of Arabia?
Lawrence of Arabia is. I mean, I don't know if he's a general so much as a warmonger. Backing up.
We're not talking about World War II generals. We wouldn't waste time. We wouldn't waste your time talking about which World War II generals would be good general managers.
We wouldn't waste your time doing that.
We didn't do that. We wouldn't do that.
What I will waste your time with is saying that general managers shouldn't be called general managers anymore. We should just call them generals. We've already got captains.
We've got captains. People are firing shots.
Firing shots.
Yeah.
Cannons, obviously.
Going to battle.
In terms
Battle
of
of Alberta.
our beautiful Columbus Blue Jackets,
Yeah.
we fire a cannon at the beginning of every
cannon
damn
every
game.
goal.
Every goal we
is
scare
a
all the
cannon
players.
blast. We should have generals and we should have corporals.
Corporals, lieutenants. I want mortars on the ice. We need radios. What else do we need military-wise? Tanks? I don't
Just
know.
tanks.
Tanks.
Wasn't this going to be our no war episode?
It was going to be on.
You
Oh,
gotta
right.
you
Yeah, I
gotta
forgot we're in
remember-
Columbus.
You got to remember
hang
we're
on,
in
hang on,
Columbus.
hang on.
Columbus is the world capital of peace.
Let's get back into the Columbus atmosphere.
Thank you. That's
That
much
feels
better. That's
Yeah.
much better.
Just simple old Columbus life. Sitting in the wheat field, smoking a pipe with a mangy old mutt by my side, a fire raging in the distance, a little bonfire. I got a straw hat on,
Picking grits out of your teeth
picking
with the
grits
end of
out
a
of my
knife.
teeth. And I say, "Hey, Charlene, hey, are you home for dinner?" And she goes, "Not today, Daniel. I'm working in the farm till noon." And I said, "Well, till noon, we're going to have dinner way past noon."
Okay, Daniel.
Yeah.
Austin
sorry.
Matthews.
Yeah.
Austin Matthews.
No, what? Oh, sorry. What?
Yeah. Say it with me. Austin Matthews.
Austin Matthews.
No, say it right.
Austin, Texas.
No, Austin.
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 All.
Ah.
R. Austin.
Eureka.
Austin fucking Matthews.
No, now you're
fucking
going too far.
Boston Matthews.
This is the new impression I'm working on. It's called
It's called
Boston
Boston
Matthews.
Matthews.
Hey, I've got a mustache.
I thank God that Austin Matthews isn't on Boston.
That would be too much.
Because they call him Boston Matthews.
They call him Boston
But also,
Matthews.
let's call him Boston
Let's call him
Matthews
Boston
because
Matthews.
he loses
looks
to...
like he's from Boston.
And he also fucking...
loses to Boston.
And he loses to Boston.
Boston's
Great
so
diss.
in their head. Great diss.
Wow. Hang on. Hold the presses. Stop the presses. Hold the presses. Stop the presses.
Hold that press. Press the hold button and stop the presses.
Press the presses again. Repress the presses. And this time, press...
Depress the repressed presses.
And reprise the presses. And this time, put in the press Boston Matthews. New diss destroys Austin Matthews' confidence.
New Diss-covery.
New Diss-covery by the HockeySport podcast.
Slamcast.
Reprise the presses. I know I already told you that, but stop the presses again and repress the reprisal.
Start them and then stop them again.
Stop them again.
Start the presses.
So now we've got
stop them again.
Boston Matthews. New discovery by the HockeySport Slamcast Poet Laureates?
Poet laureates?
I'm down with that.
Very down for poet laureates.
Cut, print.
Get the paper boys. Extra. Read all about it.
Extra, real all about it.
Boston Matthews. Boston Matthews.
Pause. What I was going to say is just to cap it. Just to cap it. Just to Columbus Blue cap it. Doug McLean was a great general manager, from 1998 to 2007. And he was a head coach after that. What a guy.
President of Hockey Ops.
Our final Zamboni of the night.
Okay, moving on.
Final
Zamboni. That's it. This is the last thing we want to talk about.
The final Zam
Can you believe
down.
it? We're fine. Final Zam down. Jack Eichel needs to chill. Jack Eichel needs to chill out.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, and Jill chilled, and Jack had a temper tantrum.
Fuck out and just
needs to
broke
chill.
his stick and kicked the net over.
Okay, Buffalo.
Just
listen. We used to be Buffalo fans.
Look around.
We used to be Buffalo fans.
We're Buffalo fans here.
We are Buffalo fans.
Before we were huge Columbus fans, and after we were big Vancouver fans, and before
we knew about the gritty allegations. We were Buffalo fans, and you never stopped being Buffalo fans. The Buffaloes
blue for life. We're Blue Jackets now because we were blue Buffalo fans.
The Buffaloes used to roam the
whole
American
point
West.
of coming to this shit town was we thought there'd be buffaloes in Columbus, and I have not seen a single buffalo.
I thought this was going to be a country town. I thought this was going to be a nice, cool, relaxed town. It turns out it's kind of a city. Columbus is more of a city than a country town.
It's almost urban.
It's almost urban, and some
people
should
go the Columbus metros.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
in the metro. It makes more sense than Seattle.
100%. And I thought it was going to be a much more laid. I thought people were going to be riding horses. There's Toyotas and Hyundais everywhere.
Yeah, I haven't.
Where's
seen
the laid back horse lifestyle that I was looking for?
Single truck nut. Can you believe that? Yeah. I come all the way to Ohio. I haven't seen a single truck nut.
I know.
Where's the truck nuts?
I know. Where are the truck nuts?
What the truck? Seriously, guys. Anyways. Buffalo. Relax.
Relax, Eichel. Just chill out, okay? Because really, what are you getting mad about?
Enough. Yeah. I mean, look.
Chill. Stop.
Your draft was cursed, okay?
Yeah.
McDavid, you think he's happy now? Look at him, he's freaking out. They made an entire documentary about how he doesn't have knees anymore.
And listen, a lot of people are mad about Buffalo, and I get it. And a lot of people think that Jack Eichel is the only good player on the team. Guess what? You're wrong. He's not even that good. He's not.
That's a good way to chill.
He's not even that good. So just chill. He shouldn't be mad because he's
he
not
had
good enough to be mad.
Exactly. If he had a better representation of himself, a better image of
Yeah.
himself, by better I mean worse, and hated himself.
Right.
He wouldn't
A
be so
more
pissed.
honest representation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look in the mirror, Jack. Okay.
Look in the mirror.
Not one of those. Not an Instagram filter that makes you look all shiny and stuff. Okay. Real mirror, like a live mirror. Look in a live mirror. Look in an ice. Look in some ice. Look in the ice.
Polish some ice. Wait till the Zamboni goes by. This is a Zamboni segment.
Yep.
Look in the ice. Reflect upon yourself.
Yep.
Where you've been. What you've done.
Your draft was bad.
Your draft was bad.
You're not great. You're
2015.
You're on a bad
Most
team.
overrated draft?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Hundo P.
Hundo P. The top 2 picks. How many playoff series have they won?
0.
One. But yeah.
I'm sticking with 0.
Yeah, stick with 0. Stick to your guts.
I'm going to stick to my guts and my guns. Sound the cannons, Columbus.
Jack Eichel, also listen to one of our earlier segments about bong hits.
Mm-hmm.
Give yourself a nice 30-second blank
Yeah.
bong hit.
Jack,
Just leave yourself for 30 seconds. I don't care. During a game. Did you say 30 seconds or 30 minutes?
I don't know.
You don't. Oh yeah, right. You did.
I don't believe in time.
You don't believe in time, and you don't know how long you were out because you took a bong hit.
Do it, and you can hit some salvia if you want to, Jack. It doesn't matter.
When I saw Jack Eichel smash his stick over that empty net,
Yep.
I said to myself, "Guy just needs some salvia."
Yeah, guy needs a little bit of DMT,
You know?
dimethyltryptamine.
He needs to break through.
Jack Eichel needs to break through. He needs to chill out. He needs to do some bong hit. Next time I see Jack Eichel,
Yeah, which happens.
which happens from time to time, I'm gonna offer him a bong hit.
Yeah, and he won't realize at the time that it's a DMT bong hit.
And you know what? The whole team and the whole general management staff,
team.
all of Buffalo needs to take a bomb hit.
Bomb hit?
No, a bong hit.
We
No,
did
a
not
bong
say
hit.
that.
No,
We
a
did
bong
not
hit.
say that.
We did not say that. We did not say
did
that.
not
We
say
are
that.
not threatening
We are not
Buffalo or
threatening.
anyone with
There's no-
bombs. This is an anti-war episode.
We're anti-war.
Let's get back in the
We've been
Hang
trying
on.
our
Hold up.
hardest not to have any war this episode.
1 second. Fire the cannons. And now we're back in the Columbus zone.
Okay. Every time we leave Columbus, the Columbus mentality, we kind of get stressed out. We start
I know.
declaring war and
Well,
asking
you know-
for terrorist attacks.
You
and
know
stuff.
why? It's because Columbus isn't as chill as we thought it would be. It's this urban sprawl. I thought it was going to be a cowboy poke town.
I for one, am really disappointed by what happened with Columbus. And frankly, everywhere I've gone in Columbus, and I speak to them with a chill country accent, they act like I'm some kind of
Like some kind of
slack jaw,
wacko cracko.
wacko cracko,
Wacko
a
cracko. Oh, wacko capo cacko.
So what happens, Daniel,
Yes.
when earlier in an episode,
Yeah.
in fact, one of our first episodes,
Mm-hmm.
we permazammed a member of the current Columbus Blue Jackets. And I'd love to talk about them, but I can't.
Wait. I'm not talking about Sonny Milano, are we? Because I love Sonny.
No, we're not talking about Sonny Milano.
I love
would never
Sonny. Sonny's my
permazam
boy.
Sonny Milano.
He's my son. I say that's my son out there when I see
My
Sonny
son.
Milano playing.
He's technically everyone's son because his
Yeah.
name is Sonny Milano.
Oh, man. Remember when Columbus beat Tampa Bay 4 straight? That's a good win.
It's a good win.
That's a good win.
That's the kind of chill, enjoyable thoughts I was expecting to have in Columbus, which we just haven't really had.
That's, to me, better than a cup run to the finals and losing in the finals. Beating Tampa in 4.
Do you think
It's pretty
that
good. It's pretty good.
Okay, it sounds like we're going to break right into a remember 2011 remix.
Word.
What is this week's remember 2011?
And remember 2011, a.k.a. 2019.
Yeah, I think that the Columbus Blue Jackets version of 2011 is definitely 2019.
Definitely 2019 beating Tampa Bay.
Just the condensed
4 straight.
What the Canucks
4
did in 2011 over
straight.
like 20 games,
4
they did over 10.
straight.
You know what I mean?
The arguably one of the best teams of all time.
Yeah, they definitely.
They beat in 4 straight.
It's one of the most historic moments.
I wish I could high-five
Anyone's ever
Torts
done.
right now.
Oh, don't bring up Torts.
I wish I could drunkenly high-five Torts right now.
There's no way to high five Torts except drunkenly
I wish I could do a bong hit with Jack Eichel and high-five drunk Torts.
and pass on through with DMT Jack Eichel.
Let's me, you, Jack Eichel, and Torts do some salvia and break through.
What an unpleasant 4 people to get really high with.
With Gritty in the background.
And Gritty
just
there.
torturing us.
Just torturing us.
with a whip.
Gritty in the background sharpening an axe.
Sharpening an axe. And we've all got Philadelphia cream cheese galore.
Yeah.
Slathered all over our bodies.
There's a table full of what should be different appetizers, but they're all plain cream cheese.
Yeah.
And there's no crackers or anything.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, after we take hits of the salvia, we're in like blue jacket Yankee apparel. Like we're fighting in the Civil War against the South.
And we realize that even though this feels unreal, what actually was unreal was the entire rest of our lives.
That's right.
And this is finally
we were
the
really
reality.
just soldiers in the Yankee army.
Everything that we've done in our actual lives
Yeah.
was really a momentary hallucination in the mind of a Yankee soldier in the Civil War.
Yeah, and we see Ulysses S. Grant with a hockey stick somehow, just slicing heads. We think, my God, where did he get that from? And he says, I'm from the future.
Come with me.
Come with me.
And you do.
And we jump on his horse.
He wasn't from the future.
And he dies.
He
and the
dies.
South wins.
And then you spend the rest of your life growing old in a South-dominated new America.
Yeah, Columbus.
Columbus is the new capital.
Of the southern United States of Jamiroquai.
And then you snap out of it and you realize you're still in a room with Gritty, John Tortorella, and Jack Eichel doing salvia.
And
the Philadelphia cream cheese spread sponsored by the Philadelphia cream cheese Flyers.
And the Maple Leafs aren't in the playoffs. What were we talking about?
We are, I don't know. We're moving on to our top story.
We're moving on to the top story.
It's top stories.
Top
I don't know
story.
what, that's what happens when you try to talk about something that's been perma-examined.
Yeah.
We tried to talk about something that's perma-examined. It answered our own question.
Go listen to the other episodes.
Go
You'll
listen
know
to
what
the
we
other
were talking
episodes.
about.
You'll know what we're talking about.
Okay. Whole thing. Whole discography.
All the Jenners. Don't worry. Okay.
All the Kardashians.
All the Kardashians.
All the Jenners. Boone Jenner. Okay.
And that means we must move on to our top stories. We're no longer talking about what we're not talking about. But we're still always not talking about the things everyone should be talking about. Because that's the motto of the HockeySport podcast.
That's right. Top story number 1. It's big. Sound the cannons. Hit them up.
Hurts my ears every time.
It scares everyone, which is funny to us. Top story number 1.
Number 1. Best top story.
The best top story. This is the tip of the top. The tip of the iceberg that sunk the Titanic.
You can stop listening after this one because you're floating on a door next to Kate Winslet.
Yep.
Doorgate. Is this still a scandal? Should be. Anyways, moving on.
Anyway, moving on. This is a Titanic level story. You know,
There's
Steven,
times in everyone's life.
there are times in everyone's life. There's times in every journalist's life when something happens that defies words.
It goes beyond journalism, journal sport. It goes beyond life,
It transcends
culture.
nay history itself.
There's no nationality. There are just people experiencing history.
We can't really talk about it because you had to see it. You had to be there. You had to live it.
The moon landing.
The fall of the Berlin Wall.
And
The
Smith is
election
coming
of
up the center
Theresa
ice
May.
as this
Goalie
thing comes
fight.
unglued.
Goalie
There in
fight.
the high slot.
Goalie fight.
Looks like what Matt
Goalie
Shot.
fight.
It's
Goalie
Kachuk
fight.
and there
Goalie fight. Goalie fight.
Top of the run.
Goalie
Kachuk
fight.
back, and
And
now
look at this,
Talbot
they're gonna
and
go.
Mike Smith are going to go as center ice. Talbot and Smith, who've been on both sides of this Battle of Alberta. This is unbelievable.
Holy goalie. Holy Smith.
That was something.
That was insane.
I could just end the podcast right now. I could
We
just
should
end
end the podcast now.
it. We can't end the podcast now.
We
There's
should just
so much
end
to
it
do.
now
There's
via
so much
goalie
to do.
fight.
At top story number 1,
Top story number 1, goalie fight. End the podcast.
end the podcast.
I mean, Jesus Christ, it was so good. I mean, come on. It's the best thing to happen it's the best thing that happens in sports. It's the best thing that happens in sports.
Yeah, there's nothing like grand slams in baseball. Nah.
Meh.
2-point conversions, Super Bowls.
Who gives a shit?
Cares?
Dunks. No one
Dunks.
cares.
360 dunks. Care even less.
Scorpion scissor kicks in soccer.
We are naming some good shit, and they're not
And
goalie
not
fights.
as good as goalie fights.
A goalie fight in soccer would be pretty good, but it's still because they'd have to run a long ways, but not as good as goalie fights.
I mean, a goalie fight
hockey.
in soccer would be pretty good.
How about a hoop fight in hoop sport?
Oh, the two hoops.
The
hoop
two
v
hoops
hoop.
fight. Like they kind of, you realize the hoops are sentient and pissed at each other because they're on opposite sides, obviously.
Yeah, it would be shocking in terms of realization that inanimate objects are in fact sentient, and it'd be exhilarating because they're fighting.
And that's the exact feeling I had when I watched Mike Smith fight Cam Talbot. Inanimate objects are suddenly sentient.
Talbot.
And holy Smith.
Holy goalie.
Holy goalie, that was a fight.
Oh, man. It felt so good to watch the goalie fight. I got so excited. I was so excited.
Couldn't they mandate that? Couldn't that be a once-a-year thing?
We
There's a
need a
winter
goalie fight.
classic. We should have a goalie fight.
It should be like, if there isn't a goalie fight, there must be one sacrifice each year. There must be a goalie fight. And while we're talking about goalies, it's ridiculous that it's a penalty for the goalie to go over. The goalie should be able to skate anywhere they want.
Yeah. And
why is it a penalty?
Why can't
Why
they
is it a
just
penalty?
skate
Why
up
is it a
all the
penalty?
way down
Why is
the
it a
ice,
penalty? Why is it a
trash
penalty?
talk a little bit and skate back.
Let him go anywhere.
Go anywhere.
If the goalie gets the puck and they can skate down the ice, let him do it.
Let him do it.
Why
are we
are
handcuffing?
we impeding them with a penalty?
It's like the 2-line pass. They realized that was a dumb idea. Let the goalies skate where they will.
Let the goalies skate where they will,
Which I don't
where
want.
they
I don't want to move on to another segment right away because this feels historic. This might be the most historic. Can we get some historic music?
Sure. That
feels
very
good.
historic.
Okay, it's a very historic
Feel
moment.
like an
Soak it in.
history.
In history.
Nay,
Feels great.
history.
In the Louvre of hockey history is
Let's
a picture
do
of Cam
an
Talbot.
oil painting of the goalie
Let's do
fight
an oil
and
painting.
submit it to the Louvre. Can you submit new paintings
Can
to
you
the
submit
Louvre?
new paintings? Do they have a submission portal?
Do they have a new painting section in the Louvre?
Do they have an app?
Let's paint it. Oil paint. Send in your oil
Send
paintings.
in your Oiler
paintings.
Oiler. I want an Oiler paint and a flame paint.
I want-
Oiler fans paint in oil paints. Flames fans
Flames.
paint with flames.
Paint with flames.
Paint with flames.
Scorch marks.
Scorch marks.
Charcoal.
Yeah, burn something. Burn things to make a painting
Yeah.
of the fight.
Yeah.
Send it in.
It was so good to watch them fight. Two goalies fighting.
At a moment like that, you can't help but wonder. Werner Herzog must have been watching,
Right.
and I just feel like that was a moment that Werner Herzog would latch onto.
It is the purest form of competition. Two men engaged in deadly combat, eye to eye, blocker and glove hand. Death around every corner. They were truly fighting. But were they fighting or were they making love? You know, this is stuff Werner Herzog might say.
New documentary coming out
Goalie fights.
called Goalie Fights.
Man, Werner Herzog should totally make a documentary called Goalie Fights. Come
Come
on, Werner.
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 Come on, Werner.
Werner or Werner?
Werner or Werner?
Is it Zach Werenski or Zach Verinsky?
Very Frinsky.
Very frisky Werenski. Let's take a moment to appreciate David Savard.
Everybody, take a moment, put down the bong.
He's a second liner, sure. But, you know, he made it to the NHL, and you got to be good to make it to the NHL.
Enjoy the moment with Mr. Savard.
Let's enjoy a moment with Mr. Savard. Come on.
Let's
Come
rank.
on, folks. Come on. You got to... Look, he may not be the best defenseman in the league. He might not even be the second best defenseman in the league. Heck, he might not even be the third best defenseman in the league. But he's good enough for Columbus. He's good enough for us. You know, there's a reason why us is in Columbus. Okay? Because it's community.
It's also a reason why Columbus sounds a lot like club us, because many of us have been suffered from clubbing injuries.
That's right. It's a national event. It's called the Columbus Club Us. It's a clubbing club where people club each other and they say, come on, club us here in Columbus. And they go, ow, 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 oh, hi, oh, Ohio.
That's how it got its name. That's how Ohio got its name.
That's how Ohio got its name. And it was originally Ohio.
Ow,
Because of all the clubbing clubs.
In Columbus.
In Columbus. And there's also a bus.
Overall, I'd say that, in my opinion, best Savard, not Denny, not Mark, not Serge, not Jean, not even Andre.
Fuck Andre Savard.
Fuck Andre Savard.
You know what? Fuck Andre Savard.
David. Say it with me. David.
David
Austin.
Krejci. David Krejci.
Austin. David Crouchy.
Scott Harrington.
Scott
Harrington.
Jordan Binnington. Is that the most white name
Jordan
in the NHL?
Binnington? It's very white.
Jordan Binnington?
Yep, it's very white.
Yeah. Jordan Binnington wins dance contest is something that will never be written.
Never be written.
He
is not a good dancer. And I'd love to see him dance. Does Jordan Binnington have a TikTok account?
Yeah.
Let's start a TikTok account.
Let's start a TikTok account. Jordan Binnington.
Let's call it Jordan Binnington's TikTok account.
Naturally.
And let's see if we can get Jordan to send us a dance vid.
A dance vid. Justin Bieber challenged Jordan Binnington to a shootout. Mm-hmm. Stupid idea, Justin. You're not a shooter. You're not an outer. Better idea.
Better idea.
Yeah, better idea.
Dance off.
Because,
Biebs
Justin, we've seen that you can play.
Binnington.
Can Binnington dance? Question.
Binnington cannot dance. We already know the answer to this question. I just want to see him lose to Biebs.
You're voting Biebs on that one, eh?
Oh, Biebs is definitely taking that dance comp.
Definitely one of the whitest competitions that's ever happened.
It's very white.
Very white pair of people.
Yeah, but white people can still dance.
We're talking about history here. History's being made. History of the greatest moments in human history are happening in front of our eyes in 2020.
Human history is a long and arduous past which has been written since the days of ancient Sumeria. Hockey spans most of human history, dating back to the year 15,000 BC, before Crosby.
And nary in history does one see history so frequently as we have in this the 20th year of our 20 Lord.
Indeed.
Wherein goalies are breaking the bounds, you see. Breaking the bounds of the very thing that you thought they could do. Fighting for one.
Goalies were fighting
each
that
other.
was historic.
And then beyond fighting,
it has been written.
Shooting.
Goalies have made goals.
They are shooting and scoring, you see.
The goalie shoots.
The goalie scores. Goalie go.
History.
History made.
History made.
History made.
There's a reason why the word goal is in goalie. You know?
The original goalie.
The original
Latin.
Yep.
Of goalie
means
golemo,
goal scorer.
Means goal maker.
Goal maker. Goalies should be the leading goal scorers on the team. I've been saying it for years.
They're the ones that know
goalie.
net well enough.
Yeah,
you know,
the
they know their
goalie.
enemy.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
And Pecorine, boom, right there. No problem. He shot dead center. No other that's the hardest place in the net to shoot, dead center.
Pucked it.
No one shoots dead center. Top corner, easy. Dead center, really difficult.
Pucked it.
Pecorine
scored. And, you know, we've ripped on Pekka on this podcast for, I mean, almost every episode.
I mean, it's not his
We're
fault,
not big Rene
technically,
fans.
that he sounds like an emo rock band.
Pekka Rene is an emo rock band.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor that just fits. He's never going to win a cup.
I mean, okay, you're getting sidetracked. Sorry. We're not here as Columbus Blue Jackets fans. We have no reason to hate Pekka Rinne.
Let's go Blue Jackets. Fire the cannons.
Fire the cannons. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is here to fire the cannons.
Nick Cannon should be the new mascot. We're going to talk about mascots.
We're going to get back to Nick Cannon.
Yeah, we're going to get back to Nick Cannon. But I just got to give a shout out to Riley Nash.
We're going straight to Riley Nash.
I just love Riley Nash. I just think he's a great third line center. He's really solid, you know?
That's fair. I mean, Riley Nash is a really good player, and I think that you're right that we should...
He's a workhorse, number 20. It's a good number, good solid number.
I mean, I don't think the Sonny Milano and Emil Benstrom line would be anything without Riley Nash.
By Bash.
Wow. Hard-hitting journal sport. Goalie goals.
Goalie goals.
The one thing that we've proven nay history will write is that this is the decade of the goalies, and I think next year the All-Star game, which people have been very hard on, will finally be a successful event when they just have goalies, no players, no forwards, no defense, all goalies.
Yeah. Speaking of hard-ons, the more goalies that can score, the more excited I'm going to be. And I'm pretty sure that this decade has had more goalie goals than any other previous decade before it.
Per game.
Easily.
We are on pace
Easily.
for like 3% of all goals scored being by goalies.
That's insane.
And
That's
7%
insane.
of all
Think
fights.
about that. And what's Pecorini's Corsi numbers?
What's his Corsi? Is his Corsi higher than Colton Parayko's? Also, what's a Corsi?
Also, who's Colton Parayko and what team is he on? Who was Colton Parayko drafted by?
Does Colton Parayko even exist? This is what we've been getting at.
We've been talking about it for a long time. And
anyways, All-Star game.
Colton Hodgson.
I thought you were going to say Colton Hottie. I don't know why. It just seemed like that was what was coming out of
I
your
said
mouth.
Colton Hodgson.
Colton Hodgson. Also very white name.
If you know how in Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Vegeta fused to make Gogeta? Colton Parayko, Cody Hodgson, Colton Hodgson. Just saying.
It's basically Colton Parayko, but he's worse.
But he's a little bit worse, and he's not playing hockey anymore, and he's working for
an
like
insurance
he's
company.
an insurance company, and he makes muffins on the side, and he's gearing up to go on Shark Tank or Dragon's Den to sell his new brand of muffins that are gluten-free and vegan-free and don't have anything in them.
They're called non-gluten, non-dairy, non-Hodgson's muffins.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're talking about different timelines here.
We're talking about different timelines. This is the timeline that you break into when you do Salvia with John Tortorella, Gritty,
That's right.
and Boone Chenner.
When you have a lot of Philadelphia cream cheese, just mix that.
Everyone knows not to mix dairy with Salvia.
Don't mix dairy with DMT.
If there's one thing that you can take from this podcast, it's don't mix dairy with DMT. The D stands for like deoxo or something, not dairy. Dimethyltryptamine, not dairy methyltryptamine. You kidding me?
But I don't want to be in a different timeline because we got goalie goals in this timeline and we're going strong. More goalie goals. I want one more goalie goal this season.
One more goalie goal.
One more
Carey
goalie
Price
goal.
shot for it.
Carey Price shot
for a goalie
Markstrom.
goal.
Markstrom's getting a goalie goal.
Markstrom getting a goalie goal. We're not even Canucks fans anymore, so that would be mediumly cool.
Yeah.
Screw it. Not as cool as if a Columbus Blue Jackets goaltender got a goalie goal. Am I talking to you, Corpusalo?
I'm talking to you, Merzlikins?
Merzlikins? Is there a question mark at the end of his name? Like, is that in his name?
Maybe an upside down question mark, depending on the origin of his name.
Well, that actually brings us to our next segment. We're going straight to facts about Latvia.
Facts
backed by popular
about
demand.
Latvia. Can we play some Latvian music?
Uz mūsu ielas trijās rindās divas mājas stāv, un ciema skaistulē pat īsti nav kas.
Wow, not what I thought. Not what I thought it would be like.
Is that real? Wow.
I've never been to Latvia, and I don't know a lot about Latvia.
I want to go to Latvia now. Well,
Let's go to
this
Latvia.
segment's going to really help us.
I think we should do an exclusive HockeySport episode in Latvia.
I mean, frankly,
At some point.
at the rate they're producing NHL caliber goaltenders,
Top talent.
top talent, top tier, top gun,
Top tier, top gun, top talent.
Facts about Latvia. Want to help you guys learn a little bit more about Elvis Merzlikins, country of origin.
Yep.
And later, we're going to try and pronounce the other guy's name.
We're going to try to pronounce both their names.
Hopefully, our Facts About Latvia section is going to help you guys learn a little bit more about Latvia and maybe pronounce all of the Columbus Blue Jackets goalies. Dan, I heard you had a fact about Latvia.
Yeah, Latvia is the only country that has disallowed eating in public. You can't eat in public. It's rude in
like
Latvia.
smoking.
It's like smoking, and
You
they
have to
don't
be
like.
10 feet away from the door of a bar.
You got to eat in silence by yourself. It's very frowned upon in Latvian society. So that's an interesting fact about Latvia that I learned today.
That brings me to my fact. The Latvian currency is called a donut. A thing you might hear at a store is I'll give you 17 donuts for that donut.
Another fact about Latvia, the biggest grossing musical theater production in the history of Latvia. It is called La La Latvia, and it's a propaganda film about dictatorship.
It beat out the previous record holder for best grossing musical theater in Latvia, which was called Lats. Another fact about Latvia, every single Latvian citizen at the age of 18 is issued one bullet with a different Latvian citizen's name on it. Find the citizen.
Take them out.
Take them out.
Take them out. It's a fun game.
It's a fun game.
It's like a murder
spy versus
game.
Murder game.
Yeah.
Kind of Clue, spy versus spy. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's the full name.
Murder's
That's all you know
legal
about it.
in the game. In game form,
The
murder's
only person
legal.
you're allowed, because the Latvians believe, rightly so, in
agree.
this humble
I agree.
journal sportist's opinion,
Yep.
that everyone has the bloodlust for one murder.
Of course, everybody should murder once. I've said it before on the podcast. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I've said it once before that everybody gets
you said
one
it right
murder.
after Zach Cassian tried to use his one murder.
That's right, one murder. Another fun fact about Latvia: Latvian milk, delicious. Some of the best milk on the planet.
It's just cow milk? Just
Cow milk, goat milk,
oh, okay. All milk.
Human milk.
All the milk that
all the milk that they create.
milk.
It's just a good for something about the ecosystem makes for delicious Latvian milk. Just picture it. Picture drinking that Latvian milk, glugging it down, chugging it down. Another fun fact about Latvia: Latvia has no bodies of water.
No
Pure
rivers?
land.
Pure land.
Pure land.
And by design, too. They dammed all of them.
Yeah, they said, we don't want any of this bullshit water. We'll take rain, thank you very much. They don't like groundwater. They like rainwater.
They like
They
rainwater?
don't trust groundwater.
It all stems from a strong distrust of the Estonians
That's right.
that are upriver from them. Damned them all. They literally, that's where the phrase damn them all comes
That's
from.
where the phrase damned them all comes from, because they damned all the rivers because they don't trust Estonian groundwater.
And I have to say, in terms of this segment, I gotta say, damn it all.
Damn it all.
We're moving on.
Damn it all to heck.
Bet man pie vienas vietas, kas man nā rajonā.
I've got a Jonathan quick question for you.
Great. I can't wait for that quick question.
Quick question.
Hit me with that quick question.
Quick question.
Quick question.
Is Rick Nash retired? Is he retired?
I don't know. Is he playing?
Is he playing?
I haven't heard his name in a long time.
I want to say
I want to say years.
3 years.
I want to say 3 years.
3 years?
I feel like the last time I heard Rick Nash's name was when he was playing on the Rangers?
The Rangers? Boston?
Team Canada?
Did he play for Team Canada?
He played for Team
Did he
Canada.
play in the Olympics in 2018? Prove to me that he didn't play in the Olympics
I don't
in
know.
2018.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, well, this is yet another quick question. We have yet to answer
I don't know.
one of these quick
What
questions.
is Rick Nash retired? And if you don't know it off the top of your head, then you don't know it.
I'm
you don't,
confident
'cause
he's
I
still
don't.
getting paid. He's still getting paid.
He's
for
definitely
sure.
still getting paid.
Is he
He's
getting played by
definitely-
the Blue Jackets? I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. Blue Jackets, Rangers, Detroit, probably New Jersey. I'm just going to go out on a limb.
Phoenix.
I'm just going out on a limb.
Okay.
Saying that New Jersey pays him money.
You're betting New Jersey. I'm
betting that
Phoenix.
New Jersey pays Rick Nash money.
I think that Kyle Dubas pays Rick Nash money.
Kyle Dubas pays everybody money.
Did you get your check from Kyle Dubas?
Dude, even we have $10 million contracts from Kyle Dubas. He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little late with paying once in a while, but I mean, I think he's good for it. I have a signing bonus coming up in July. That's 6.5 mil. So
We said it before and I'll say it again. His glasses are stupid. It's time for another fun segment called Better Know Your Mascot. Since we're Columbus fans now, folks, I'm a big fan of the old Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's go Buckeyes.
Buckeyes.
Go Buckeyes.
Buckeyes, yeah.
Go Buckeyes. Obviously they play in Value City Arena, which is a great arena. They got great churros there. Have you ever had the Value City Arena churros?
I have, but I didn't get the famous Value City Value Dip.
Because the Ohio State Buckeyes, we're not just talking about football here. We're not just talking about basketball. We're talking about baseball too.
There's 2 Buckeyes.
There's 3 goddamn Buckeyes.
There's 3 goddamn Buckeyes.
There's the fucking... Sorry,
beep that.
Leroy?
Leroy?
Can
you beep that?
we beat that, Leroy?
That just got a little intense.
That
It's a
got
family
too
show.
intense. It's a family show. The Ohio State Buckeyes...
Okay, Leroy, beep that.
One sec.
Sorry.
What was that?
Daniel did it again.
Oh.
Leroy, you got to be a little bit quicker with the pause on the beep there, okay? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So again, the Ohio shit fuck eyes are
Leroy.
What?
Honestly, Leroy, what are you doing? Sorry, Daniel. We apologize.
Yeah,
He will beep you next time.
Okay, so again, we're talking about the cock lumbitch Ohio shit fuck eyes.
Leroy! What are you doing?
Even I got that one.
He got that one.
All right, so
Jesus. He's reading this right off it's on Wikipedia.
it's
Okay?
on Wikipedia.
He's reading
it
this
says
right
it on
off of
Wikipedia. It says it on Wikipedia.
But that doesn't mean we can broadcast it. So he's reading what it says on Wikipedia, and you, our producer, have to beep that shit. Sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna okay, I'm gonna say it right. So the cold ass tight baby cake Buckeyes play at Value City Arena, and those churros are delicious. But the basketball team plays at Value City Arena, and the baseball team plays at Bill Davis Stadium, and the football team plays at Ohio Stadium. There's 3 different teams that are Buckeyes. How many other teams do you know that are 3 of one team? 3 of one name. One name is 3.
As much as I've always been a Fuck Eyes fan, I am a big Blue Fuckets fan, most of all.
Oh, of course. Aren't we all?
Yeah. And that's why the only mascot that I ever go as for Halloween is the Blue Jackets stinger.
It's a bee.
It's a bee.
It's a wasp.
Why is it a bee?
Here's why I'm confused.
I have a question.
Okay.
Why are you being a bee right now? That's what I would like to ask Stinger.
Why are you a bee?
Why are you being such a bee?
Listen, you're the Blue Jackets, which and you have all the Civil War stuff. so you're the Blue Jackets, and you have all the
Blue
Civil
Jackets.
War
And
stuff.
let's not even get into the much discussed issue of the fact that they wear sweaters, not jackets.
They do not
Give
wear
them
jackets. They're the Columbus Blue sweaters.
Be a
We've said it
gentleman.
before.
Give them your jacket.
They're either the Columbus no jackets or the Columbus blue sweaters. Take your pick. One
Take
of the
your
two.
pick. Easy.
Okay. We've talked about it
Simple
before.
rebrand.
Okay.
Zach Wierenski agrees with us.
Of course he does. He's tweeted at us.
He's tweeted at us, please, Hockey Sport Podcast, talk about the blue sweaters again.
Talk about the no sweaters or the no jackets or the blue sweaters. So it's a blue jacket, and so there's a wasp called the yellow jacket.
That's a type of bee.
Why are you being a bee?
Why are you being a bee?
Because the blue jacket isn't a bee. Why are you being a bee? Why are you being a bee?
Such a bee right now?
You're being a bee. Stinger? You're being a bee.
You're being a bee. I got to level with you, Stinger.
So I don't understand. Blue jacket, yellow jacket. Is there some sort of lame connection there? Because that's all I can
their
get. That's all I can
mascot
get.
should
That's all
be
I can
a
get.
cannon.
It should be a cannon. It should
It
be an
should be
anthropomorphic
Nick
cannon.
Cannon.
Nick Cannon should be their mascot. We talked about it
should be
earlier.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon should be their mascot. Let's get Nick Cannon in on the games.
Wearing an
dressed as a
anthropomorphic
cannon.
cannon suit.
Nick Cannon dressed as an anthropomorphic cannon. Done. Why are you being a bee?
Look over your shoulder, Nick. That's your career, it's over, Nick. It's so ridiculous the way you still hope and spit. I slowly drip the passion of the Holy Ghost, and you're just holy shit.
We're debuting a new segment today.
This is very exciting.
We try to do this every episode.
We try to.
But sometimes,
We try so hard, and we get so far.
Yeah.
And in the end, it doesn't even Makar. Kel Makar.
It's time for our new segment, Calder Called It.
If you can call the Calder, call us in.
Call in for the Calder Called It.
Call in and call the Calder. Call it.
Call us to call in to Calder Called It.
Call us if you called it. If you say called it, call the Calder. Call in. Call us in.
We're going to call the
us in.
Calder by calling it. And call in.
And we'll call it, and you can call it too.
Yeah. And you can call in. You can say whoever you want. I could do the Cole Caulfield call-in caller.
You can do the Cole Caulfield caller. You can do the Cale Makar Calder. Call it. Call in us. Call us in. Call it. Call it.
Call it. Daniel,
Yep.
Call it. Who's going to win the Calder?
I'm thinking Merzlikins.
Elvis.
Elvis has entered the building. It's Merzlikins all the way. He's fingers Merzlikins good. He's got shutouts for days.
Got all the shutouts.
How many shutouts does he have?
He's got
Can we look this up?
17
Leroy?
shutouts.
Can we confirm that, Leroy? Confirmed. 17 shutouts. I mean, that's pretty good stats.
That's just stats. That's just stats there, facts.
That's stats. And what's
That's
his,
just stats there,
what
folks.
are his Corsi numbers? What is Merzlikins' Corsi
His
numbers?
Corsi numbers are
14. He's got 14
He's
Corsi
got 14
numbers.
Corsis this season. He's almost at a Corsi per game rate.
He's got league leading corgis.
His Corgi numbers?
His Corgi numbers are league leading.
Leroy tells us that his Corgi numbers are off the charts.
Leroy, how do you feel about corgis? Doesn't like corgis.
Doesn't like Corgis. But Leroy's in a bad mood tonight.
Leroy's never liked corgis.
It's time for the world of other sport.
World of other sport, yeah.
Hey, Daniel, what's happening in other sport?
The Super Bowl happened. Wow, what an episode.
What an episode. Thank you, everybody.
We really
Thanks for
dove
joining us.
deep into the history of Columbus as a city and
As a mythological place.
as a place in time.
As a mindset,
Even though I don't
really.
believe
As a
in time.
mindset.
It's a mindset. It's truly a mindset.
That's what we've learned. We traveled across the country, and what we learned is that Chicago wasn't really a place as much as it is a place of mind.
Did you say Chicago?
Did I say Chicago?
You did.
I mean, that's the point, hey?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Columbus doesn't
It's the
need to be
point.
Columbus.
It's the point. Columbus
Doesn't need to be Columbus, Ohio. It can
Columbus-
be Chicago,
Columbus
Ohio.
is Tampa
It
Bay.
can be
Columbus
Miami,
is
Ohio.
Edmonton.
It can be Calgary, Ohio.
Columbus is even Toronto,
It's a place
Ohio.
of mind, and we reached it.
It's chill. Just like, honestly, Jack Eichel, come to Columbus.
Chill
sit
out.
on the grass fields with us.
Smoke some tobacco and ride a horse.
Ride a horse with us through a Columbus saloon.
And both of us can just relish in the fact that neither of us know where Columbus is.
You can
We don't even know if it exists.
You can
But
have-
it's a place that you get to by wanting to be there.
knock back a glass of sarsaparilla with me and Nick Foligno.
Nick Foligno and Nick Cannon are going to be here, and we're going to be shooting off cannons, and we're going to be Filino good, okay?
It's going to be great. We're going to have a big old Columbus party. It's going to be you, me, Nick Foligno, Nick Cannon, and
Nick Antropov.
Elvis Merzlikins and Matisse Kivleniks. They have two.
This is
two
going to be
Latvian
the
goalies.
last...
Two Latvian
Two
goalies.
Latvian goalies. This is going to be the last segment of our much fabled Chicago, Ohio
She said
show.
Chicago again, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
Everybody
anymore. It
just
doesn't matter.
the
Everybody
fuck up.
shut up.
Everybody
Shush.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut it.
San Jose, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
the
up,
fuck
San Jose.
Shut up.
San Jose, listen. Shut up.
San Jose, I'm going to let you speak, but first, shut the fuck up.
Wow, you listened the whole time, and now you got here. Shut
now,
up.
shut up.
Don't play next season.
Shut up. Don't play next
You know what I
season.
don't want to
Give up.
happen? I
Give
don't
up
want to
and
see
shut up.
any others.
Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Black Eyed Peas, worst band in history.
We're going to end this entire episode with our best efforts to pronounce the new Latvian goalie sensation's name.
Yep.
So everybody play us out. This is our attempts to pronounce the Latvian Columbus Blue Jackets name. So hope we get it right. Bye, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna try my best here. Matisse. Not sure if that's right already. Kivleniks.
Matus.
Matus. Okay.
Natus, hard S. Natus. Clevelandites.
Clevelanites. Yeah. I'm gonna say both of the names back to back. Clevelanites, Merzlikins.
Maddie's his name. Maddie's Clevelandix.
Elvis,
Clevelandix.
Kivleniks, Matisse, Merzlikins.
Clevelandites.
Emil
Clevelandix.
Bemstrom.
Marcus Nutivura.
Bemstrom.
Marcus Nutty Vara. Nutivura. I don't know.
Scott Hargentan. Scott Hargentan.
Vladislav. Got that one.
Nathan Gerby?
Gavrikov.
Nathan Gerb? Nathan Gerb?
Te visi dara un neko nezina par fitnesu, jo šeit nav iespējams tiem uzsākt savu biznesu. Uz mūsu ielas trijās rindās divas mājas stāv, un
It don't matter like a damn old gator. The gator don't get you in the skeeter wheel. It don't matter to us. We're Blue Jackets fans.